Ja Morant is facing another suspension from the NBA. And here's the alarming part about this. And they're arguing back in Memphis, too, about this. The NBA commissioner, Adam Silver, said at the NBA finals that, yes, they've concluded their last investigation on Morant. There is new data. They're going to announce further discipline as soon as the playoffs are over. But he also dropped in there, the Players Association has worked with the NBA about what this decision is. And that leads me to believe, John, the NBA union has sold out that player, that whatever the new data is has really worried them that they're going to drop them. Somebody has to drop the hammer on this kid. Now, there's a huge argument in Memphis, and I caution you because this is like the same argument that's going on in Texas, and it's under the umbrella of the Second Amendment. The Ja Morant has a right to have a gun. The NBA doesn't have any more bylaws about banning guns. The big issue is he a danger to himself? Is he a danger to others? Is it a good image? Does he have to be charged before he's disciplined? So that's where we are with Ja Morant. His lawyers are taking a little bit different stance and hiding under the tree that says Second Amendment, right to own. I don't know. You tell me what the NBA, are they caught between a rock and a hard place, or do they need just to step up and say, we're not going to condone that type of activity, whether it's in a bar, whether it's on a street, whether you're hanging on the corner with your posse? We're just not going to allow it once it becomes public and it becomes an issue. Go ahead.
Well, aren't most contracts have like a standard boilerplate for like moral clauses and making sure that they're serving as a good representative of the NFL or in this case, the NBA and of the Grizzlies? I mean, I would think that that's baked in. And, the Second Amendment that's one thing, but these players are employees and they're representatives of the people that employ them. So I would assume there has to be some leverage that the league or the teams can have on these guys to discipline them.
I would think so. But the lawyer says he's never been charged, never been arrested. But yet there's video out there of him going clubbing, wearing a gun in his waistband. I don't like the look. I don't like the picture. And I don't like what the end result could be, because I still fear the guys that run with those people could get themselves caught up in crossfire, could get themselves caught up and wind up shot in an alley. And he doesn't understand it, and he doesn't accept, and he lied, obviously, the commissioner coming out of, quote, counseling about he was going to make better decisions. He learned. Sure, it hadn't looked like he's learned.
No, and we've talked about how he might have some issues that he's struggling with. He may need some of that help and guidance, because we've seen some players, go sideways in life, and the next thing you know, they're dead.
Exactly.
So this is a young man that needs some help, needs some guidance. And so I would hope some tough love is appropriate.
It was a number one draft pick of the LA Clippers years and years ago. It escapes my mind right now. He's from Louisville, and he was a high pick, played in the league for maybe 10 to 13 years. He had problems off the court, obviously was involved with drugs, and then he was involved in a disastrous marriage, and then he got shot. He got executed in Kentucky just a couple of years ago. It was just a waste of a life from what was a pretty good basketball player, as you say, went off the track. Okay, that's the latest on